And we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Not Quite Novelist. This is the show where new friends are made, literally, and new worlds are built live and on the spot each and every episode. My name is Savannah. If you don't know who I am, how did you find me? How did you get here? If you do know who I am, though, then you know what I'm going to say, which is, oh my god, I'm so excited because I keep getting the coolest freaking people on my show, and it's awesome. And this week is no exception. I have Daniel the DM from, one of my favorite actual plays, Talking XP's Bitten. And
Hey everyone, how's it going?
I'm gonna brag about that every time. I'm like chipping away at that cast. I'm like, I gotta get all of y'all on here at some point.
One at a time.
Yep,
Kelly, we're looking at you.
Kelly's the last one. Kelly, you're next. That's so threatening to Kelly. You're next. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Hi, Game Jousters. Whoa, thanks for the watch streak. Holy shit, that's awesome. I'm a little quiet. Hold on. Is that just because I'm far from my mic? Probably. Hello? Is that better? I'm dropping my labubu. Oh no. There we go. Let me know if that's better. Because I just moved my mic right in front of me. But, yes. So, yeah, Game Jousters, thank you for the watch streak. That's awesome. Cool, we're good. Great. I think we can just get started. Little housekeeping too. If you do see my room is a mess behind me, no you didn't. Mind your business. I'm doing laundry. I noticed that my bed is like still stripped behind me, and I was like, you don't see that? Shut up. But little reminders. I know Game Jousters remembers this because he was the one who actually redeemed these channel points. If you have channel points, once we start making these characters for this episode, please redeem the Ask a Character. It's only 500 points, and that was so fun last week, and I want to do that more because I just had a really, really good time. But I'm ready to get started. If you are, Daniel, you good to go?
I'm all set.
Let's do it. All right. So, we've got my Teacups of Fate. I need to, put these on a t-shirt or something. I feel like a little... Oh my gosh. Hello. Thank you for the alert, Kelly. We were just talking about you. I don't know if you heard it, but we did say, talking about how I'm chipping away at the Bitten cast, getting y'all on my show. And Kelly, you're the last one. So,
it's Kelly.
You're next. It's your turn. I did DM her earlier, I think today or yesterday too, saying the exact same thing. So now it's just on video evidence that I've said it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these prompts for us. And Daniel, I'm not gonna tell you what they are until I just put them in the overlay because I think that's funny.
Heck yeah.
All right, and we have. What is that supposed to be? Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I think we can do that. That's, I feel like we're just doing... It's funny when I get some prompts that in my head, I'm like, this is just insert TV show here. I'm like, this is what we're doing. We had one, let's see, who was it? Oh, it was Janelle, Boss Jellybean, where I got the prompts and both of us were like, so we're just making the next big book talk dark fantasy romance novel, right? And we just Googled romance tropes, romance book talk type tropes, and then decided how many of these can we shove into one story, and we went through the list and added all of them, and it was great. And so this one, let's see. Oh, wait, I should probably actually make them visible. So our theme is government, and the tone is documentary, which, is just Parks and Rec. That's... Yeah. Oh, Kelly said, Savannah sounds normal, but Daniel's mic doesn't sound like his usual self. So,
doesn't sound like my usual self.
Don't know what that's about. Or Veep. I've never seen that, but correct. Yeah. So that's what we're doing now is a government mockumentary, which is At this point, we're just making real life.
Is it?
I feel like we have to add a level of
Can you
fantasy
not
to this
just?
to like separate it from
You
real world
honestly
politics.
have to. In our current social climate, there is not much of a distinction uh,
You're
between an
right.
episode of The Office and our current government in the United States of America. There's
That hits
often the
way too
saying
close
of,
to home.
does life imitate art or does art imitate life? And the answer is yes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah.
But that is a fun
Ooh.
idea of if you were to take it a fantasy route,
Yeah.
right? And you have that kind of like mockumentary style. You
Yes.
think of like the high fantasy, the I don't know, like the court in like Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just people discussing like there's no way they're getting that ring all the way over to
Yeah.
Mordor. Just a
Yes,
cutaway in a
exactly.
hallway. Just
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
expect
don't
to get
know.
that.
Yeah.
Oh no, no,
It's, they're in like some like castle for a king,
no. Yeah.
and it's just like the servant staffs that are like talking to each other of like this, they can't do that, like there's no way. Yeah, that's so good. It's like
Oh
the
yeah.
water cooler talks, but it's like by the water fountain, and it's an actual fountain.
Very much
Like
so.
by the
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Ooh, Game Jester says, think of the messy romance. Okay, so you're right. And very specifically because, fun
Mhm.
fact, the episode I did 2 weeks ago with Cujo,
Mm.
our prompts were actually gods and soap opera. But we ended up making it like an office style documentary anyway.
Yeah.
It was like mockumentary, like office style kind of sitcom, where our
Mhm.
characters did like there was a messy romance. It was like my character was the god of perseverance and determination. His was the god of heartbreak, but they were like
Mhm.
meant to be together, and it was a whole thing. It was very messy. It was very cute, and they're in love, and I'm very happy about it. And
Incredible.
yeah, that's another episode I highly recommend watching, because that was just, at one point there was one idea that I had at the end that I watched Cujo just go. It made me laugh so hard because I was like, that's the most Torin face I've ever seen.
Right.
For those that don't know, that's Torin is Cujo's character from Bitten, and I will not shut up about that show if you ever get sick of me talking about Bitten. So deal with that.
Oh, it's a good time, let me tell you.
It's a
But
good show. But yeah,
yeah, I
so
mean, if we're talking of romance that goes within it, the classic Jim and Pam
yeah,
dynamic,
yeah,
you can't go wrong with it in any set of circumstances of the guy
yeah.
who acts as the common everyday man, keeps his head down, but is aware of the absurdity of what's happening around
Yes.
him, and
Oh,
then the other individual who connects with them on that level as well.
so this gives me ideas. Okay, so yes, so let's do like uh high fantasy Lord of the Rings ish D&D-esque type thing, but turn it into The Office. So, uh, if we're starting with like, okay, let's get a messy romance subplot to be like a kind of subplot focus of this show, here's my idea. It is
Hmm.
set in a castle, royal family style, right? The quote unquote Jim of this, the male like lead, is because a lot of the times you'll see like doomed romance or failed romance where it's like, oh, the knight is in love with the princess or whatever. What
Right.
if it is the prince is in this position of power, but he has a crush on like one of the servants, like one of the staff members?
He is the one to be wed.
Yes, yes, and
You
the
know, he
Pam.
is the
So
one
he's
who has the responsibility to
yes,
be betrothed and
yes.
whatnot.
So okay, so no, he is actually the Pam of the situation,
Hmm.
and then
Yes,
the Jim is one of the servants, one of the staff. Oh,
yes,
that's
flipping the
fun.
dynamics. You know.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. I love doing like subverting, classic romance tropes and like, all right, how do we flip them around? How do we like turn them
Hmm.
upside down or go backwards somehow? Because that's just fun to see like classic dynamics completely flipped on their head.
Heck yeah.
And I love the
Yeah,
idea
I
of
mean,
him
yeah.
I like the idea of him being like kind of nervous and awkward, and him being like, I don't know how to talk to girls or whatever, when it's just like, she works for you, dude.
It definitely is that thing of just like can only approach if it technically has something to do with work.
Yeah, yes, yeah,
So
because that's his
there was
only.
there was a policy update. I don't know if you saw. There's a policy update going in. The king, my father, had an update on the policy, and I was there were some rings given out to the men, the men of this realm. So that seems pretty cool. So apparently, no one else is allowed to touch the rings. The mysterious rings that came out of nowhere. But
I can't breathe. He's so awkward. I love him.
He's gonna have like the dress blues full regalia, you know, like the
Yes.
suit,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
pendants,
man.
the arbor, the sword, the cape, that kind of.
Mhm. Meanwhile, she is in full, like, she's got an apron on, and she's probably works, like, in the kitchen, and so she's covered in flour, and, like, she's just, her hair is probably, like, in that perfectly just messy enough kind of, like, she's got, like, one
Right.
little strand of hair that fell out of her, like, perfectly tight, like, pulled up bun that she pulled her hair back into while she's, like, making the bread for the banquet that's going on, like, that night or something like that. And so while he's talking, she kind of looks at him and is like, I wouldn't have touched the rings anyway? Like, I work in the kitchen?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. She's like, she kind of looks down at, like, her hands are, like, kind of dirty, you know? And she's like, I suppose it's a good thing that I don't wear any jewelry. That I kind of can't, you know, I don't want it to get messed up in all of this.
Right. I have a bunch of jewelry, except on this finger. Yet.
Yeah.
To be.
Oh, yeah, Game Jouster says, is the Roy a prince or princess? And there's an arranged marriage. Yes.
Yes,
so when you say, so that's the scene, is when you say, like, except on this finger, yet imagine, like, that banquet that she is currently cooking food for is going to be your, like, engagement announcement, like, to be the announcement of, like,
even more salt in the wound.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. And you just see, like, the my beloved icing or something on, like, some pastry. She's like,
yeah,
wonderful.
She's sitting there literally decorating
incredible.
cakes to look like there's, like, it is, like, ye old fantasy, but she's also still, like, decorating cupcakes to look like they're for an engagement party.
Yeah, it still has that, like, modern Walmart art kind of birthday cake look to it with the icing design.
Frosting piped on, like, ring that is, like, looks like a little, like, engagement ring or something. To get out of the wedding, they start a war. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
You just kind of have that classic, he's just like, looking at the camera.
Yeah.
The cutaway to him sitting in the chair. Well, I'm Prince Edmund Tale of House Thripple Thrapple of the Third Kingdom of Men. I like to think I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm very excited to be wedded. To bridge the kingdoms of elf and man. Super excited. How would I describe my partner? Wow, that's such an incredible. Wow. Where do I even begin? They're so aloof. Camera zooms in. You know, they just have that elven stare. You know, with little like montage footage of just that, like.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
They just,
Game
you know,
Jester says they've only seen the painting of your future betrothed. You've only seen the painting, and it is not a flattering picture at all.
You know, it's always.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's one of my favorite things about like fantasy stuff, and when it's like when someone's like, oh, elvish, they're regal, they're aloof,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
hard to reach. It's like, oh, so you say look constipated, and like you're holding it in, but you still have to stay for the photo op.
Yeah. It's like, wow. They really polish that stick shoved right up your sorry, and then the camera cuts away.
Right. But
but then
this looks wonderful.
Thank you. This is the third batch that I've made now, just today, because the king said the first two were not pretty enough, and then it cuts to the confessional of the servant. She's like, "My name's Rosemary. No last name. I was adopted, or I was just kind of picked up by the servants and then raised by the staff here, and I work in the kitchens, and that's it." And then like maybe someone like asks like, how do you feel about the prince? The prince, he's great. He's great. He's he's always really he's really kind. He doesn't yell at us a lot. He's not really strict or anything. Yeah, he's great. He does sneak into the kitchen a lot. I think it's just to steal some of the cupcakes every now and again, or steal some of the bread rolls, even though
him in regal pajamas,
yeah.
night vision camera.
Yeah.
Cast a spell of mage hand to bring over some fruit from the top shelf.
The real reason that it's the third batch of cupcakes she made is because there's not enough, because he keeps fucking eating them. But she has to like pretend that it was the king who said she has to make more, because she's like,
exactly.
Yeah, I've seen him doing it a couple of times, like past the night vision. It's just her standing in the hallway and he doesn't see her, and she's just watching him steal these cupcakes, and she's like, I've learned to make extra of a lot of the food when he's around and he's not off on diplomatic missions or anything. Yeah, I've learned to make extra pastries. And then you hear like a crash behind her, and she's like, "Oh nope, I think you got another one. Hold on." And then she just gets up and leaves. Yeah.
Checking the ingredients, and it cuts to like, what do I think of Rosemary? Well,
yes, yeah.
Wow, that's. I mean, she's a warm, inviting personality. She always makes you feel at home, welcome. It gives you that sense of overwhelming peace, even in the midst of chaos. She just, I don't know. She's my oldest and dearest friend. We grew up together in these halls.
That's so cute.
And the baked goods are the shit. They're awesome.
Why is he like a mix of Jim and Michael?
You know what? That's what we need. That's what we need. We gotta mix it up.
A medieval prince, Michael Scott. Yeah.
You gotta take the formula and mix it up just enough of something familiar, and then throw the twist on it.
So the king, I think, has the more Dwight personality. The king, what did you say this prince's name was?
Prince Edmund Tail. The last name changes. No.
No, yeah, the last name changes every time he says it.
So the reason why the last name changes so much is because there's so much warfare, and the domains in which we are the stewards of change so much that our last name gets updated probably about every day. Of House Richmondale? Where's Richmondale?
Yeah, he asks like off camera, "Hey, what's our name this time? What house are we?"
Evan? What was that? Invasion? Sorry, there was an invasion of Knowles. I gotta go. I'll be back in 10 days.
And then, hi, I'm Prince Edmund, and it's a completely different yeah. Oh my god, that's so fucking good.
Brilliant.
I love that.
I would watch these characters. I'd watch a whole 13 episode season on Netflix that gets canceled after the first season.
That's what I need. It gets canceled. I was gonna say something so sad, but I feel like people would riot. Like, imagine it gets canceled like right before like an actual like kiss scene between Rosemary and Edmund.
Not a Hannibal season 3. We can't do this again.
Oh my god.
The Sauron equivalent is treated like Toby.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sam. You came in pretty early to the stream, Sam. Funny enough, it usually takes about an hour before I start asking what our characters' names are, but you just came right out the gate immediately with, you got a character, you got a voice, you got all sorts of shit. That was awesome. Holy shit, that was great.
That is my improv experience.
I've been thinking
my
about taking
theater minor coming into play.
Oh, I love
I
that.
highly recommend it.
I've been considering it. I want to take an improv class because I think that would be fun.
Truly. Acting classes, any form of community theater.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it for helping performance. As I appreciate the compliments that I get on my performances, everything about what I'm capable of stems from the training that I received collegiately, and then also the support that I got in high school from my tech theater teacher who loved improv so much that he started an improv troupe.
That's awesome, actually. That's so cool.
Yeah, these are still the same tools and the same acting things that I've used on these shows, and helps me immediately snap into character and do these things.
I've learned recently that my like RP style when it comes to playing these games, ever since like starting to join actual plays, like, and actually like do things on camera, I am much more of a writer than I am an actor. I started, so I didn't start playing TTRPGs until like 2.5 years ago ish. But I've been writing and making original characters and doing like text RP and stuff like that my whole life. I've told this story before, so people who know this, but I learned how to RP before I knew what the word RP or like what the word roleplay meant, because I was 11 on a flip phone and I was doing little text RPs using like the T9 spelling with my friend with our Horton Hears a Who OCs on this like new Barbie pink plastic little flip phone that I had. And then of course I, got the internet and I started on DeviantArt and then Tumblr, and it was off to the races from there. But I've learned through doing these actual plays that I'm like, oh, the way I RP, I regret admitting that I had a Horton Hears a Who OC, because Game Jousters is like, notice that, and I feel like I'm gonna get DM'd about that later.
You're like, that's so specific.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna follow up on that one later. But no, so I while I'm like, role playing in games, I'm very descriptive about what my character's doing, what she's saying, what she looks like, what she's, I'm more, I describe things, and I'm much more narrative versus like using my character voice and acting as the character. And I would really like to start kind of shifting into like, okay, let me be this character versus just be the writer controlling the character. And that's an interesting shift I'm trying to make.
Well, and I think the thing about it, which is very interesting about being within the role play space, is there's a conflict of interest often between the game that you are playing and the type of performance that you're trying to put on for a live audience. Because the culture of live performance of role play within the TTRPG space is often at odds of the games that we play it with, right? With the common one being Dungeons and Dragons. At the end of the day, it is a game meant to the extent of the acting that you have to do is only based off of your dice roll, right? Where it's the extent of what is truly mandatory of you is saying what you were going to do, rolling to see if it happens, and then the GM explains the consequences of those actions, and then in return you give your response. So I never want people to feel bad when they're like, oh, I can't do acting when it comes to, that's why I don't play D&D. And it's like, you're not even supposed to be acting to begin with. As long as you are making role playing, as long as you are making decisions that your character would make, you are role playing. As long as you are doing that and within the confines of the system that you are playing, then you are playing D&D, Daggerheart, Pathfinder, whatever the system is. That's it. That's the extent that you need in order to be an actor or a player of TTRPGs. But it's just the online space that we're in now has amplified that, because the most popular role-playing things that we see, whether it's Dimension 20 or Critical Role, it's got BAFTA winners, Oscar-nominated actors.
It has actual professional voice actors.
Who've been doing this for decades and have been on tour in theater. And so the expectation culturally has shifted, but don't let that expectation fool you into thinking that you can't do a good job. But regardless, I still think those are important tools to learn because it's fun and also can expand the way that you engage roleplay in a TTRPG.
Yeah. And I feel like I get a little too harsh on myself because I have been told, like, no, you're doing a good job at this character. Like, I'm going to be in an actual play that is not out yet, so I don't want to give too much information because I don't know what has been put out there publicly yet. But the people who are in the game with me tell me I'm doing a good job, so I'm like, cool, that's good, I guess. Like, I know I can hold the accent because my character's Irish, and so I've learned to get into the accent really well, or at least hold it for long enough and be able to sustain the accent. But it can get, every now and again I realize, like, oh, maybe I should actually act this part out instead of like describe from that like top-down point of view what this character's doing. And I think, like, for myself, because I love embodying characters, I'm just more used to writing them. And I'm like, okay, I feel like getting into like an improv class or an acting class will really kind of get me to the level that I want to be at, just for myself, because I think it's fun, but also because I am getting more into the, like, playing these games for content, for like entertainment purposes versus just for funsies. Because, like, I've got home games that I roleplay in, but the home games are for me to just fuck around for a couple of hours, you know? Those are a lot less pressure.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to being more verbose and descriptive and narratively wanting to engage with the story with being as descriptive as possible, I think for me, because I love doing that as well, for me, that I try to do as an exercise to be able to do that quicker in a more improvisational method, especially in things like, the biggest thing is combat, where you feel that pressure of time constraint, but you want to say how dope it looks like when you do magic missiles and all that sort of stuff. I watch fight scenes from movies and all that sort of stuff, anime, all that jazz, and I just take a sequence and I will break it down within like only about a 5-second clip, and then narratively describe what happens. Right. And that for me helps create like this like this like codex of things that I can refer back to, of like, oh, if I'm playing a monk and I've watched a whole bunch of films like The Raid, I know what Pinkat Salat looks like. So I say, okay, so my character moves in with a flurry of blows. He goes in with the elbow to across the temple, and then it misses. Okay, since that misses, he uses that momentum and shifts his weight, twists his hip in, and then goes in for a right hook across the chin. It hit, and then and I'm able to do that in order to get that scratch that narrative itch in my brain. I've
never DM'd anything, but I do feel like I would be better suited to GM something because I am more like narrative. Let me describe things and talk about things from a narrator perspective versus a character. But DMing also intimidates me. I get scared.
It's not that scary.
I have ideas for what I would DM when it comes down to it. So I backed the Legends of Evantris, the Crooked Moon Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So I have the book now. I really want to create a Crooked Moon campaign. Specifically though, because I'm someone who like I love all things like fae, fairy. If it's like if I can put fairies or the Feywild or something into a thing, I will. And so I really want to do like the Crooked Moon meets the Feywild, but I want the Feywild to be more think like Labyrinth, Brian Froudian type, like a little bit darker, maybe a little bit closer to like actual Celtic Fey lore and things like that. So just kind of cherry pick my favorite parts of the folk horror aspects of Crooked Moon and put them into my favorite parts of like Jim Henson, Brian Froud, Feywild, and just go full horror shenanigans with it. I think that would be aesthetically really fun.
I think that'd be a blast. Listen,
right? So now I just
start
have to
that
figure
offline
out
one
story.
shot.
Yep.
You'll be A-okay.
My housemate is my DM currently for the Strixhaven home game that I play, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, we play Strixhaven at home, and I'm like, you're gonna be my beta tester. I'm gonna like put you in this home game with me when I run this Crooked Moon, and you get to tell me behind, like, out of game, like, tell me where I did good and where I fucked up, and like what I need to do good at. Because yeah, I love it. So let's talk about Edmund and Rosemary a little bit. Let's talk about these characters, because I think that was the quickest we've ever come up with actual like names and personalities for characters off the bat. But let's do some character building stuff. What does Edmund look like?
Edmund, let's see here. I said he was a boring old human.
Yep.
You know, maybe he's not that boring. Maybe he has a secret. Maybe he's actually a tiefling but doesn't know us. You know, maybe there was some infernal pact back in the day. So, but he doesn't know that. So he just thinks he has these shimmering purple irises that are just purple for no reason. It's a subtle mutation and alteration where it wouldn't give him away. So they were able to hide it. Or maybe there's magic that suppresses his full cursed lineage or something like that.
Yes.
But I think, you know,
maybe there's
clean cut.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say probably the classic clean cut, that military high and tight sort of look.
Yes, I love it. I was gonna say maybe there is a like the right hand of the king or something is some like sorcerer or sorceress that was like, you know, practically raised the prince or whatever, but she's the one who's been like suppressing the tiefling aspect of his. I'm thinking Rosemary has like
here, drink this. Don't worry.
Yeah,
it's a part of your medicine. It's a tincture. Oh, okay.
Because it is a mockumentary, like it is fully like obvious that she is evil and is like trying to suppress his magic in some way, and you
never see her face. It's just a shadow that's constantly moving underneath the cloak.
Yes.
Well, I've known the prince's entire life, and what can I say? He's such a good kid. Anywho.
Why does she sound like Roz from Monsters, Inc.? Always watching Mike Wazowski.
It's the first thing that came to mind. Just so cartoonishly, obviously evil.
Yeah.
She still has a heart of gold, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Rosemary, I think there is something like weird about her, but it's one of those like main character girls where it's like, you know, she is objectively pretty, but because one, she dresses really kind of like frumpy, and she like, you know, always has her hair kind of pulled up, and she's always looking kind of like just dirty because she works like in the kitchen or whatever, or she's always cleaning or covered in soot or dust or something, you know, like flower or whatever. But I do think that there's something not human. Like maybe she does have like pointy ears, but maybe they're shorter than a normal elf ears. So
Mm.
that is just a thing that makes her quote unquote ugly, even though it's like two audience perspectives, no the fuck she's not. But like in the story, people think like, oh, her ears are pointed, that's super weird, so she's not a human. But then all the elves are like, why are her ears so short? That's super weird. It's so like ugly and bad. And so it's this like one little insecurity. And I think like the truth, because you know she's never met her birth parents, or maybe she was dropped off as a baby at the castle and one of the
Mm-hmm.
servants like found her and like raised her. And so she doesn't know like where she's from, but I think maybe she's like actually, again, my obsession with fae and fairy, don't judge me. uh I have a feeling
Mm-hmm.
that if my housemaid is awake and she is lurking, she can hear me and she will be making fun of me for this later, because every character I've ever played has some kind of connection to the fae. But I think maybe
All
she
right.
is like, you know, part fairy, and the fairies have shorter pointed ears versus like elves
Mm.
that have really longer pointed. Something
Wow.
like that, I think, is her whole thing. But she's like, look, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I was adopted. I don't really care. As far as I know, I'm human, except for this, and I'm sticking with it. You know, maybe I'm a half elf. But then she's met half elf.
Rosemary,
Jesus Christ.
make
Oh,
sure, make sure he takes his morning tincture. I like the idea of like you never know how she got into a room.
yeah. Like, the door was
Like
locked.
she approached you from behind, and the only thing behind you is a wall. Oh, real quick, while I got you, I happen to be passing by.
She, like, lifts up from behind me, too, and it's like, there's maybe 3 feet between me and the wall.
It's like that monster from Insidious.
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to say, kid.
I need somebody right now to just Photoshop, get a screenshot and Photoshop Daniel doing this behind me, because
Hey, kid. Just wanted to say, make sure he drinks this. Don't ask what it is. Bye.
and then sings back down. That's the one like bleep moment, because you get her like going, oh fuck, but it's like, because it's like The Office, you have to bleep it. I'm gonna find this now and I'm gonna bleep myself, because I have to find that bit now while I'm editing and actually bleep it. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's
That's
so
right.
funny. So wait, what's her?
But I think that's a good inciting incident.
Yes.
The one time he doesn't take the tincture.
Yes. Oh yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe
His
the
hair
freaky sorcerer hands her the tincture and she's like, "Okay." But then camera sneaking around films her like while she's like, you know, preparing the prince's dinner for that night and like pouring the wine for him, holds the tincture, looks at it, and Rosemary pockets it and doesn't put it in the goblet, and then takes the dinner out. And like, because she thinks nobody saw her. She doesn't know that sneaky documentary cameras saw that happen, and she takes the dinner out.
Zoom in.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Very, very
like,
far away. The telephone, the telescope lens.
Yep. Zoom in like through a window, and it's like, how did you? What's happening? Yeah.
From another tower. That. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Game Jousters asked, what's the cook's name? So the cook, I think, is the staff member who adopted Rosemary. And I think like all of the staff members have like names. They probably are named after other like food or like spices or things like that. And I think it like started in the kitchen staff. I think it started as like a nickname thing. But when they found Rosemary and adopted her, they were like, well, she doesn't have a real name. So it's just Rosemary. No, okay. So Rosemary is the one crushing on the prince. They're crushing on each other. I think that's the thing, is they crush on each other, but they're not, neither of them can admit it, because Rosemary knows that she works for the prince, and the prince knows that is the prince and is like about to be betrothed to someone from another kingdom, and knows that like he can't, he's like, that's bad for me as a royal. Like, I can't fall in love with a kitchen worker. But back to the name thing. So Rosemary's mom, her like adopted mother's name is probably like sage or something, like some kind of other like spice or seasoning of some kind. I think they all have like nicknames that are after other foods because I think that'd be cute. There's a guy whose name is just Biscuit. like oh, Daniel, your audio cut out. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Actually, at the top of my mic.
Oh, I've done that now. I actually have I have one of those like touch mic, and I've done that so many times where I'm like, oh shit, this is off. You can't hear me.
Yeah. Also, Kelly sent me a recording of my audio, and it was sounding fuzzy. I don't know if we want to double check how I sound on the stream now. I did some resetting of my microphone while we were in conversation, so hopefully that
let me
fixes it a little bit.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me try something here. Because, like, you sound... Okay, wait. Because
I know in our call, everything sounds fine. But I don't know if, like, going through OBS or something like that, the digital wires got crossed in the digital cabinet or something. Everything sound good to you?
Yeah, you sound good to me. Yeah.
Right on.
All right, let me fix this.
Heck yeah.
We're good. Okay, wait. What did Game Jousters say? Says, oh, okay. Game Jousters did, in fact, redeem Ask the Character. So we have a question for Rosemary. Have you started those wedding cookies to celebrate the prince's betrothal to the neighboring kingdom's princess? Oh, how it will be so wonderful, don't you think? Yes, I have started the cookies. I just finished the batch of cupcakes, and I have them well hidden, so Edmund can't find them again. But I've started the cookies. They are coming out very well, and I hope that I've made enough because I've tried a couple of different recipes, but I think that the Earl Grey and lavender will be a great flavor for this wonderful happy day. Yes, happy day. Very happy. We're all very happy about it. That's brutal.
I love it. It's rough.
Oh my God.
We know it'd be fun to throw in there to give Rosemary a bit of an edge. Is if the kitchen is like the kitchen on the bear.
Oh
like,
my God! Yes,
everything
so
everything about her is sweet and innocent, but then like when they're in the kitchen,
oh yeah, and she's like
absolute.
It is
roaring fire. A walk is going. You don't even know why there's a walk going. No one's serving anything that requires you to walk.
Yeah,
but you're coming in with the pastries. Yes, chef.
Brittany, hi, good morning for you, evening for me, but yes, she goes, we're all very happy about it, knife emoji. You're right. That's welcome. If you haven't been here the whole time, so we're working on our mockumentary for government, but it's actually a royal family in a medieval situation. So our Jim and Pam main like love interest story that we're following right now is Prince Edmund and Rosemary, who is a staff member working in apparently now the very intense Hell's Kitchen style, the bear style kitchens of this medieval castle.
Roll.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
You donut. What are you doing?
Yep. So I love that, and I love the idea of it being like, okay, so when it's just her, because she's like maybe like the main pastry chef, like she's the one who makes all the baked goods. So like it's her and maybe like one or two other people that she is the one who's kind of like in charge of.
Oh yeah.
And then so when it's dinner time, the kitchen is crazy, and then when it's about to be dessert, or like she probably does all the stuff before like the actual like cooking for dinner happens. She's doing stuff like the night before, the day before, because baking, it takes a while to like bake them and then actually decorate and all of that. Game Jester says
they probably have you there like
nobody has ever seen a wok and are just mesmerized by it and standing around watching it in the kitchen. It's true. Yeah, I love the idea of like this documentary style, like in the confessionals. Rosemary is very, it's a very good. We're very happy. And she's just very like innocent and a little bit awkward, and it's very like charming and cute. And then maybe like the conversations between Edmund and Rosemary, she's still very like,
Totally.
like, yeah, and she's very like sweet and like cute. And then the second that he walks away and it's just her in the kitchen with the staff, it's like they're yelling at each other. They're trying not to fight. Yeah, she's like
everything's being bleeped out every left and right.
Yeah, it's like you don't actually know what they're arguing about.
Fucking shorted tortellinis, 5 things, and I need them fired right now, chef.
Get the fuck out of my face! Get the bleep out of my face! Yeah, it's like
get out of my Excel chef section now.
There's actually like a scene where you see Rosemary like rolling up her sleeves about to like go and fight someone, and it's like the camera has to cut away because she starts swinging. Like
they're doing like handheld camera. Like, a Minotaur comes up. It's not worth it, kid. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, kid. Trying to hold you back.
Yeah. It's Biscuit. It's the guy I said whose name is Biscuit, and it's like this big burly dude.
Biscuit is a big burly Minotaur with the I Heart Mom tattoo and everything. On his fur. It's been like branded on there and everything.
Yeah. Biscuit is the favorite. Biscuit is the fan favorite. He's the one that like everyone in the audience of the show actually loves. Oh, so we haven't asked the character redeem for Edmund. Prince Edmund, with your betrothal, we will have a lot of redundant servants, don't you think? We should downsize. Oh, I think. Let's start with the kitchen staff. They're always sneaking away food stuff. What do you think? I can have the pink slips ready by the end of the fortnight.
What if what if we didn't? And we get rid of all the kitchen staff where we got eight.
Why are you so good at being Michael stuff?
Wow, that's okay. I don't like. Wow, let me get back to you on that. It's the cutaway of like my least favorite part of the job is governing. Is the main thing. I do enjoy banquets. I enjoy dances. My favorite part is the dinner, and it's like a cutaway footage of like him eating a meal and staring out and like to like the servant hall, and like you see Rosemary eating a meal too. They're not sitting next to each other, but they're like sharing a meal together across the space of a ballroom.
That's so cute.
But
God.
Governing is not my thing. I don't like the responsibility of do we send this caravan of explorers to die, possibly looking for this magical artifact? One of them is 2 feet tall, and we give him a cursed magical ring and hope that he can make it and destroy it, you know, and who's going to collect the taxes from the citizens? We don't even pay taxes, and that doesn't feel right. You know, like we've been just making, like, why are we getting paid? We're the royal family. Why are we getting paid from their tax money? It doesn't make any sense.
Let's go, Edmund.
There's a separate Congress that actually does the lawmaking. We're more of a ceremonial piece even than really a part of government. So yeah, I don't really like this part. And it cuts back to him in that meeting. Maybe what if we didn't? What if What if maybe we've got too many swords? Have we considered the sword budget? Maybe we're giving out too many swords to inexperienced fighters. Maybe we give them some rocks, slingshots. You know, start there. They gotta earn swords in the army.
Okay, wait.
Really cool to cut back.
I think we have a follow-up on that question, too.
Oh, of course.
Prince Edmund, if we don't downsize, the overhead will be astronomical, a word I just learned, and, if the wizard was correct, a word that would be coined in about 300 years, so I'm certainly ahead of the curve. Another saying that the same wizard says I am the first to use.
There was a lot of lore to that statement, but listen, I
need to know who the wizard is. What wizard are you talking to?
It's very... I don't know who you're talking to. But listen, here's the thing. I completely understand that we need to downsize. That's very important. But maybe we should look at other endeavors, you know? We spend billions of gold on an armory and an arsenal we don't even use.
I love that he's on this. I love that he's so in
Maybe we should cut back there.
I love him.
Have we considered that? I don't know.
So
It seems a bit much.
Big conflict. Hear me out. So remember how in The Office there was a whole thing about Pam, Jim left. He went to Philadelphia or something. He went to like a different branch. Okay, hear me out. What if there is a party of adventurers that needs to like go out and do this like adventure or whatever? But because there's this fucking guy, this advisor guy, which Game Jousters, we're making you canon now. This advisor now who's been talking to this wizard who says we need to downsize. And he's saying we need to downsize specifically the kitchen staff. He's saying, well, cool. What if we send some of the kitchen staff to go with this adventuring party so that they have, because they need supplies, they need food, whatever, and ends up being like, you go with them, and points to Rosemary.
Brilliant.
Yep. And Edmund is just like, has to see that happening. He just watches that go down, and she's just like, okay. He was like, how quickly can you be packed? I don't have a lot of belongings. I live here. Like, I just work here. I'm like, great, excellent. You can have your bag packed by tonight. They leave tonight. Go.
Oh, the conflict.
The conflict. Does Edmund stay with his betrothed or go with the adventuring party?
I feel like it has to be
that's the season finale. Is like before
that's like
the decision is made.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like where does he go? And then you start the season with him with the adventuring party.
Oh,
and
yes!
It's like cutting back to, and you got a flashback to figure out what happened, what went wrong in their last conversation or something like that.
So good. Okay, but plot twist, the betrothed, the actual like fiance, the other princess, she also didn't want to be in this political marriage because she was like, this was going to be a lavender marriage. I have a girlfriend. Like, we're good. And she was like, hey, I see the way you look at that servant girl. You want her? Go have fun. Go on your adventure. Like, I'm chilling. We're good.
I love it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Plot twist. She is truly a girl's girl. Like, she is here for...
Truly a girl's girl. Still the aloof, still stares the elven stare.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
No, you should totally go. I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that? Could you speak up a little bit more? Just a little bit. I said you should go. What? I can't hear you. You talk so softly.
So then the elf princess's like actual secret girlfriend is like this loud ass dwarf, and she starts walking out. It is truly the lesbian Legolas and Gimli situation. And so this dwarf chick comes out and she's like, she said go get your girl.
Okay. Looking directly at the camera.
Yep.
Hello, honey. How are you doing? How's show's good? Show's good? Okay. I love you. Sorry, my wife came over. I just had to check in.
Disgusting.
No, you're good, huh? But all right.
This is why I write ships and like romance plots and everything I do, is because I've been single for so long that I'm like, I gotta. If I'm not getting any, my characters surely fucking will.
Listen, it's funny. Like I thought I was. I honestly, at times, felt when I was getting into like Dungeons and Dragons, all that sort of stuff, I was very much the like Travis Willingham of it all, of like,
yeah,
romance in my dungeon delving.
No.
What is this? What is this?
I am the hopeless shipper. I will ship everyone and everything.
But I think love is so important, and I think it's like the number one thing I focus on with any character that I create.
Jousters is awesome. Jousters just said that was Edmund being interrupted by Rosemary, who thought the testimonial room was empty. Awesome! Yes! That's so good. It's so good. Oh, that's awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love the idea of this like dwarf chick coming out and just going, she said go get your girl. And he's just kind of frozen, and she's like, what the hell are you still waiting for? The caravan is leaving right now. Go. Like,
he's at these fallen ruins. You see a dragon flying overhead. He's just like, oh, right. Does anyone know teleportation magic? It's going to take me 3.5 months to get back, by the way. I wish life was just a montage of me running across hills and covering weeks within seconds. But
I love it.
If anybody here knows teleportation magic, no? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Turns out the fiance does. Yeah. No, okay. But then you've got like, another like kind of flashback, because he's with the adventuring party at the beginning of the season. Another flashback of how he got there, of like, okay, so it's just this like adventuring party. Rosemary is actually kind of like thriving. It's like they've got her some like, they got her actual pants, like she's not in her like apron anymore. Her hair is like up now in this like kind of sick, sexy like adventure like space
they get you the actual, they surprised you on your shift with your actual white chef's uniform.
Yeah.
Finally, after all these years.
Oh, that's good.
And just like upgrading from like, the conscripted servant who's born into it. They're like, no, you're part of the crew.
You're in it. Yes. Yes. I love it. But then,
take these gilded sugar packets as well.
Fuck yeah. She loves it. And so, but then you've got like, they're out on this adventure. They're in the middle of the woods. They've like just made camp. And she's like in like, she's still kind of like, dirty and dusty, but this time it's not like baking flour and stuff. It's like, it's, dust from the road. And there's like, she's got like, leather bracers on, and she's like, yeah, we actually had to fight some bandits like last week, and I'm really surprised at how good at that I was. Like, I thought for sure, but her like weapon is literally a kitchen knife, it's not a dagger, it's like an actual so she's sitting there. So then it's like, there's, as she's doing this like voiceover kind of explanation of the adventure they've been on, there's like cuts to scenes of her, like one of her cleaning blood off of her knife and then using it to make dinner that night. It's
a
like
bandolier of kitchen knives.
Yes! Oh, that's sick. So she's looking...
just different sizes. One's a cleaver for going through bone and monsters. One is easily able to do fine carving. One's serrated.
there's a scene of her, like, there was, like, this monster that they fought, and then the scene is her, like, you know, actually butchering this corpse of the monster and using its meat to, like, fry up and, like, make rations and stuff. And as she's, like, doing this, like, looking like a fucking badass, you hear, like, the horse, you know, speeding up, and it's Edmund on his horse, like, riding up to the camp.
I'm coming!
Yeah.
Riding past it. Doesn't know that that's the camp. I'm coming!
What a fucking dweeb.
He thinks he has to go all the way back to the castle. The 3.5 months. Wrong direction.
Oh, I love him so much. Oh my god, what a fucking dork. Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so character question then for them, because we've established this is a kind of D&D-esque type thing. What class is Edmund?
There's I don't know, the first thing that comes to mind that's kind of fun is there's a new class that just came out in Dungeons and Dragons. It's the Cavalier. So it's like, it's supposed to be, it's a new one. So it's a revamp of the Purple Dragon Knight, which was supposed to be like this psionic Jedi Master one. They completely got rid of everything that had to do with that.
Okay.
You're like, whoa, that sounds cool. Awesome. That doesn't matter.
That doesn't exist, yeah.
The new version of it, the new version of it is like being this like team captain, team leader sort of thing.
Okay.
So, like every time you take your second wind, you grant temporary. I believe it's like you're able to heal your allies around you. You're able to give every single person around you advantage on everything when you roll initiative or something like that. It's like something ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of, you know, he spends his time doing his fencing and melee sort of stuff. He's not the diplomat. He doesn't like handling the taxing of things. He loves the idea of going out and fighting the monsters that are actually plaguing the world, and not just being the monsters that are plaguing the people with fines and rules and bureaucracy.
I love his political beliefs so much.
You know, and I think so I think that would probably work for him, is like this kind of banneret, this person that like inspires the people around him, but it doesn't have to be the sharpest tool in the shed. You know?
No. We can tell what his dump stat is for sure. I love him. I love him so much. I think Rosemary. So this is fun. This is a real character that I have in one of my home games. Is she thinks that she is a bard, but she is actually a sorcerer, which is super fun to play because in like first level, I had to go through and be like, okay, I'm only picking spells that both sorcerers and bards have. And like, because she was like raised by bards, she plays the violin, a lot of her magic comes from when she like plays her fiddle, and so it's like, yeah, she thinks that she's a bard, she's actually a sorcerer, she has other shit she can do, and she just doesn't know it, because she was also adopted. I don't know why a lot of my characters are adopted or have issues with like not knowing who their parents are, but that's just a weird trend I've noticed in a lot of my characters.
I would love if Wizards of the Coast or whomever did a census and be like, okay, what characters did you make this year? Okay, how many times did you play? For how many hours?
Do not ask me how many sorcerer characters
were they all,
I have.
How many of them were tieflings?
Yeah.
Right? How many of them? Why are all your characters orphaned? If the parents are alive, what's the relationship with the character's parents?
Yeah, which parent is alive? Like, which parent? Because you know it's just one of them, you know? And if they're both alive, like, why do they suck? Like, it's...
Right? Like, it's so funny. It's like the most subversive thing that you could do, which I think is also interesting, is like, there's like, oh, you could play the human fighter who goes out there, right? And like, that ends up becoming unique because everything is so outlandish in the characters that we create. But I also think of too, like a character who's like, yeah, I had a normal mom and dad.
Yeah.
My dad worked in banking, then switched over to real estate. He retired by 60, and that's in elvish years. My mother, she was an author. She wrote a few books on field guides to understanding herbal remedies.
Now she writes
And yeah, they're
novels.
just
We don't talk about those.
yeah. She writes some novels. I don't read those, but they're happy.
Yeah,
And
just a
I
normal...
decided, and I decided that I wanted to leave home. My college would have been paid for, and I'm in the sewers of a dungeon right now, trying to kill a beholder. I don't like what drove me to this point.
That was his gap year. He decided to take a gap year before college. That's what it was.
What drives someone to become an adventurer if they have normal parents? I mean, like, are you a thrill seeker? Is it just because you were interested? Like,
yeah, that's it. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, maybe it is like that type of character would be like, okay, no, that character is absolutely, hear me out, because I love this idea. We have that type of character in this story, and it's the like the ranger of the group of that Rosemary is with, right? And by the time Edmund gets there, he sees that this like ranger, totally normal, like not peasant, but just commoner type, like raised in a normal family, not royal, not anything special. But notices that him and Rosemary like really get along.
Oh
no! Triangle problem going on. Yeah. So he sees that they're like really close, and then he's
so normal it's boring.
Yeah. He's oh god.
That's part of the appeal, but also it makes him so boring. Like, oh yeah, I you know, do I have a favorite food? Not particularly.
God.
You know?
Yeah.
Toppings on a pizza, cheese or pepperoni.
Oh my god, I hate him. I can't with him. I hate him. That's the funniest thing is that like I feel like Edmund also hates him for no reason. Edmund is also like the only reason he like Edmund hates this guy is because like he will make the most just lame dad joke type comments like ever, and it actually makes Rosemary laugh, and then you get the confession of Edmund being like, that wasn't even funny.
It wasn't even funny. I don't I've known bards. The setup is everything to a punchline, so it's not even close to being interesting. So I don't know why she laughed so hard. What he said. So.
And then you get another like little. You get in the background. You hear Rosemary like, like giggling at like something he said.
This reminds me of there was that time in the office. It was like I believe it was after Michael left the show, and so they were trying to find a replacement boss for Dunder Mifflin. Okay. And this is reminding me of when Idris Elba joined the cast.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm aware of the effect that I have on women. Yes.
Yeah. I love it. I love this just boring ass fucking guy. And it like seems like Rosemary really like gets along, but then there's the interview with Rosemary, like the cutaway with her, and she's just like, oh, how do I feel about his name is fucking Robert or some shit, you know, like yeah, he's Robert the Ranger. I hate that. So she's like, oh, how do I feel about Robert? He's nice. He's, you know, he's been really nice to me this whole time. Like, just he likes my food. Like, she just has like the comment about her is she is so like neutral about it. Like, yeah, he's cool, whatever. And it's just not, but then you see them actually interacting and it looks very like flirty and very like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. Yeah. And it's just not the case. And I think it is because she is trying so hard not to turn her attention too much towards Edmund that she has pivoted too hard in the wrong direction. She overshot it.
So, my mother was an author for a while. So, so she has a whole book about herbs. So, maybe for your next dish, if you tried soaking it in some thyme.
And then there's Edmund being like, I think it's perfect. Like, it's just aggressively defensive. Oh my god, I love these.
Well, there's always room for improvement in every aspect of life.
I think that is the one thing where Rosemary does, like, because she's so used to these kitchens where she's like, oh, I'll fight a bitch. That she hears this guy in the nicest, most politest way correct her cooking. And she has to bite back. She has to bite that back. And then it gets to, like, there is a slight, like, the zoom in again, but it's on her hand, just, like, tightening the grip around the fork that she's... And then it, like, goes to the cutaway of hers, and she goes, yeah, never mind. And she, like, stabs the food that she still has on her plate because she's still eating during this, like, cutaway scene. She's like, never mind. Don't like him anymore. And she, like, takes a bite of it.
Cut away. I have to find the most effective way to communicate is directly.
I hate him.
With individuals. To be neither inflammatory nor flattering.
Oh, God.
Right in the middle.
I hate him. I can't stand this man. Someone kill him, please.
He's actually a centrist.
I hate that. Oh, God.
Actually, there's extreme opinions on both sides.
God, fuck. I hate him. Oh, boy. Yeah, he's now a villain. I need to kill him. He needs to... Next episode,
everything he orders is medium. Whether it's drinks, the temperature of his food, everything's right in the middle.
She makes these, like, really good steaks out of this big, crazy, like, fucking monster that they fought in the woods. And, like, they are, like, this, like, perfect, like, medium rare. It's, like, I don't know shit about steak. I don't eat steak. But, like, you know, it's, like, perfectly cooked, but it's, like, you know, on the kind of, like, rare side, but it's, like, seared. She somehow got it, like, a perfect, like, sear on it over just a campfire. Well, like, it looks, like, very... royal kitchen cooking, but on these like camping plate kind of things, and that's just because that's what she's used to doing. And he's like, it's a little, maybe it can be a little cooked a little longer, and she's just like, I'll kill you.
And it's the most pretentious thing about it too. Fork and knife.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know, the flavor in the fat cap, if you rendered it even more, and you developed a ring around it, right there.
I need to know Edmund's feelings
about this. That's where the flavor's at.
I need to know his...
I hate him.
Yeah. It then cuts to both, like, a side-by-side of both of their, things, like, cutaway interviews, and it's just both of them at the same time going, I hate him.
They actually do. This is like the first time you see them do a side-by-side interview at the camp. Yeah, you know, he's a lot. I don't know how you feel, but he's a lot.
Oh, yeah, no, Edmund makes, like, a comment about, like, I know you two, like, really get along, and she was like, we don't, you know, we get along okay, but I think that's just because we're, you know, in the camp together. It's like we have to be together, you know, in this adventure. You know, it wouldn't be like, you know, it's one of those things of like, oh, would you throw yourself in front of a flying arrow for this person? You gotta ask yourself this.
It is my duty to protect every single one of my constituents.
You know, he's actually not from this kingdom. He's actually from the neighboring kingdom, but he moved here really recently. So he's not technically, I don't think he's, you know, in that window of like getting his citizenship yet. You know, there's like a waiting period. So technically, he's not really a citizen of this kingdom yet. He's like, noted.
I have no opinions on any of that business. I don't.
God damn it.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know he's the prince, but I don't talk about politics.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh,
Robert.
Wait. It turns out that the guy is the cook from the other kingdom trying to avoid getting laid. Trying to avoid getting laid off. That took me a second because so there's a typo in the comment in chat that says laid of, and I didn't realize it was supposed to be laid off. I was like, why is he avoiding getting? I mean, he is avoiding getting laid by insulting Rosemary's cooking.
I like that idea that he's like, I gotta go. I'm so tired of relationships. I have to go to another kingdom and go to where I've never met other people just to get away from all the people throwing themselves at my
he is
self.
so attractive in the other kingdom. The girls from the other land thinks he's so hot. Rosemary is so sick of his shit.
There's a cutaway of him going like, yeah, there's talks of consolidation of some people losing their jobs. You know, it's an unfortunate part of mergers.
Oh, God.
No matter where you go. My dad talked about that working in banking. But so, because of that, I know that I need to get in where I fit in. And I'd also like to get into a place where people stop trying to get with me.
There is one other girl in the party. There's another woman, and she is like the Kelly of the group. The other woman is like, and she is the one who is like throwing herself at this Robert guy. And Rosemary is like, you can fucking have him. Like, I'm good.
He's just like, staring at the camera.
Oh my god. I love this so much. Talking. Yeah. Meanwhile, now there is the moment of like the kind of cutaway where Rosemary and Edmund do like get a chance to kind of walk off away from the party, away from the campsite to go and have their like side conversation. But it is just like, it's just as awkward. But I think Rosemary is like clearly visibly much more relaxed than she ever was in the kitchens of the castle. And so it's like, I think this is like the first like kind of real conversation between them where Rosemary is like, oh, I feel like I can actually like be myself a little bit more. And she's like, as she's eating, she's like, so you came on the adventure. How does your fiance feel about that?
Yes, well, former fiance. Whoa, look at those fireflies. He like walks across a bridge with like these orange fireflies. Like this like iridescent glow over like these lily pads of a little pond.
It is the most Princess and the Frog romantic stroll scene you've ever seen in your life. Yeah.
I have not seen one of these around the kingdom in quite some time after they cleared out that swamp that used to be nearby. So
yeah, I remember that swamp. That was fun to hang out at. I used to go there. Yeah. Didn't we used to go there as kids, and then your father tried to take you away all the time because he didn't want you playing with the staff and distracting me from my, job duties, even though I was 10.
Yeah, it was a bit conflicting because he said, I need to be responsible and I need to stay focused and do what's best for the kingdom. That's why I couldn't play near the swamp, and then also they cut down all the trees there a year later to build war machines. So,
yeah, I miss
so it
those
seemed like
gardens.
a two-pronged.
Jesus.
Like
we can tell
two
where,
different movies in that
we can tell
conversation.
why Edmund feels like politically the way that he does feel.
You know, so but life finds a way. He leans up against
so
it.
you're doing this. Imagine he's trying to lean. He doesn't realize there's not a railing there, and he falls into like
it's way shorter than he thinks.
She's like, oh my god. She has to like, it's like a little like stream, and she's just like, oh my god, like, are you okay? And has to like jump in.
No, he's going downstream, and
she has to like.
He's wearing full plate armor. He's the kingdom equipped him with full chainmail, full plate armor.
He looks like a paladin. The prince. What's happening?
Yes, they're like the prince must be protected, right? So we need to triple his weight in armor. Let's put all this together. So he's like sort of sinking. He's like, help, everyone.
She's like, take some of the armor off, maybe. She's like, he's still flailing, and she's just like
skinny dipping in a pond of soul.
But then she does the like, you know, hero thing of she like takes off her like, you know, jacket or coat or whatever it is that she's like her like over shirt that she's wearing, anything that's like heavier, jumps into the river and has to swim after him and like drag him out.
Yeah, I think at that point he takes off all the heavy armor. So like, you saved my life.
Well, the stream does end.
The lily pad falls out of his cup.
The stream does end in a lake about a mile up. I think you would have been fine. It's not that. I just didn't. That's a lot of walking, and I didn't want to have to travel all the way there and then have you, you know, walk all the way back. And also, this honestly, you probably wouldn't have even made it because this, and she like knocks on the armor, would have definitely sunk you before you made it out there. Yeah, should we hold on, and she like starts to try and like unbuckle some of the like armor to help you like get out of it. It's like, that is, oh my god, this is heavy. Why is it so?
And then
like,
the chainmail.
Jesus. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So
what if I just didn't do all of this? All this weight, all this burden, as he just like pushes a chess piece downhill.
Yep. They realize, because they're both sitting now they're like laying back, kind of sitting on like the riverbank next to the water. And it's like in that moment as he's doing that, he looks over and they realize just how close their faces are to each other.
Right.
He's like,
and I didn't realize how sparkly your eyes were in the night.
You're you too? Nah, this is her turn to get like real awkward.
Right. And I think as that happens, you see that he starts to sprout a horn on his forehead.
Yes, because he's been without the elixir. He's been without the elixir for forever. And she's just like, you're getting. Wait, hold on. I feel like you know the joke that I'm about to make.
I know the joke. I'm what? Well, I wouldn't say that. No, it's not that. No, I wouldn't. Not that I would. I mean,
no,
I
no. Oh my gosh, no. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant.
I'm saying.
Just,
right. What?
grabs
What?
his
No.
grabs his
What?
hands and puts them on his forehead to be like, feel that.
It's horny.
Why am I horny?
What's happening?
The rest of the party, the camera cuts and it's the rest of the party still at the camp that's like half a mile away, and they just hear, why am I horny?
Cut away to Robert. Young love.
God damn it. This motherfucker.
I was young once.
He's like Rosemary's age. He's not that much older.
He's only like a year or two older than everybody.
Yeah.
Youth. What can I say?
I hate him. I hate this guy.
What's happening?
Yeah. But then, of course, like, they all run back. Rosemary and Edmund run back. They are both, like, half unclothed because they had to take off the heavier parts of their clothing. They're both soaking wet. But now, for some reason, Edmund has horns growing out of his head. And they're both running back looking panicked. Like, they look so fucking scared. They're like, I don't know what's happening to him. What's going on?
My nails are turning black. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Is that a tail?
You have a tail? When did you get a tail?
I don't know. I've never had a tail before.
Imagine there is actually a
This is
tiefling
so
in the party.
inconvenient for all of my pants.
Imagine though there is like a tiefling in the party, and she's like, and the tiefling, he's like super chill, and he's just like, this feels racist. He's like, this feels wrong. Why are you reacting this way?
Like, calm down. Calm down.
All right, chill. You're just like a late bloomer. Yeah, he's like, I started growing my horns when I was 10. Like, you gotta. And he's like, what are you? Why do you look like him?
Being infernal is nothing to be scared of, man. You calm it down.
Yes,
and listen,
I love this
it doesn't mean you're a full-blown devil, all right? Doesn't mean you're about to take over the world, babe. What I'm trying to say is that, maybe your family made a pact a long time ago, and they didn't do good on that deal. So a curse has been brought upon you. Maybe there was, so there was someone in your family who actually was a full-blown devil, and they didn't tell anybody. Ooh, that's the worst. That's the worst. That was just my grandma. So.
Wow. And Rosemary runs into like where her tent is, or her bedroll, and like starts digging through her bags and pulls out the bottle that she had pocketed like months before when she like took away the tincture, right? Or the elixir. And she was just like, Does anyone know what this is? And like immediately goes to like there has to be like a wizard or some kind of like potions person. They're like, if anyone's the potions master, it's you, Rosemary. You're the cook.
The background actor who you hardly see during the season. I can cast Identify.
Just,
he only
finally,
gets
there's
day
a use
rate
for you. Let's go.
He's been in the background the whole time of almost every scene.
Yeah. It's like, and this is hi. Yeah. So he finally comes out and he like casts it, and they realize like it is a tincture of like, what would it be? Like in D&D terms, would it be some kind of like disguise self or something, or like?
Maybe it's like a extract of some sort of since it was like something from a witch. It's like an extract of some sort of beast that's capable of like shape shifting.
Yeah.
And it's like their blood is turned into a tincture that's been modified so that whoever drinks it only maintains a specific form.
Ooh,
but since it's like a toxin, you build up like a tolerance or resistance level to it, so you have to keep the consistent dosage to keep that level of toxicity. So the transformation stays.
That's so good. And literally, it's like Rosemary like realizes what it is and goes and like puts it on like a rock or like whatever rock or stone that she kind of uses as a makeshift table to do her cooking, and just grabs like one of her knives or one of her like like the meat cleaver and just smashes the bottle and is like, that bitch. And this is now Edmund is seeing the real Rosemary come out. The like this is the line cook badass of just like, that bitch.
That was hot.
Yeah, that's the confession. Is like, yeah. No.
As his horns hit the boom mic. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that is just another subtle horny joke. I'm sorry. That's mark me down as scared and horny. I'm sorry. That's the last time I'm gonna say that.
And then, yeah, and I think after he is like, okay, so if I'm of an infernal possible heritage, or just now currently of mixed ancestry, that means, technically speaking, I can't be heir to the third house of man. So, would you like to go on a date?
The season ends. It cuts right there before she answers.
Right.
Yes!
Perfect.
It cuts right there. Yes. Oh, so good.
Cancel the show. And then
that's brutal.
Change.org petition to get it picked up on a different service.
Yeah. And then like Amazon.
You gotta work for it.
Something like that. Yes. So good.
You gotta work for it. You gotta get another network to pick it up, baby.
Brutal. Game Jouster says false prince, usurper. Oh yeah, that'll be like the next, mission is like they have to go back to the kingdom to get answers from the prince's father, from the king. But now he looks totally different. Like his skin is like purple.
What was the deal? What's the witch's plot?
And we will never know.
Goodness.
How did the first date go? The world may never know. Truly.
The world
oh my
may
gosh.
never know.
The world
I love it. I actually need this to be a show. I need this to be a show.
I need this now. That's so good. Oh my god. Yeah, I love them so much. Because then like next season is him going, yeah, my name is, I'm just Edmund now. And like maybe like he's taken, like he has like abandoned all of his like big heavy like paladin style plate armor, and now he's in like just like leather armor, and he's a little bit more light on his feet when it comes to fighting and stuff like that. And he so good. That's so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with these characters so much. Amazon picks it up. Each episode has a $4 billion budget. 12 episodes canceled mid-season. God damn.
Give me 14 of them right now.
Immediately, please. Yeah, put me and Daniel in that writer's room. We can make it happen.
Heck yeah.
We will make it. And then make us the lead actors. Like we will make these characters happen, and it will be amazing. Oh my god.
Exactly.
I love it. I love them so much. I do think like next season, I feel like if the season ends right there where he's like, oh, I'm not the prince, do you want to go out? Season ends. The next season starts back at the castle, and it is without these two, and it is all of the shit that's gone down since Edmund broke off his engagement and left. And so it's like everything that the witch is doing, everything that
the king has been up to,
all of this crazy shit is going down back at the castle. There's like more like political intrigue. Maybe someone, another staff member is like, having an affair with the king is also doing the same thing, because that's hilarious. Like, it's just all of this crazy like intrigue shit. Meanwhile, the whole audience is like, we don't care. What happened to what's the ship name? Is it Rosamund? Is that what it is?
Rosamund? Merrimond?
Or like Ed Mary. No, that feels weird. I think Rosamund makes sense. Rosemary and
Rosamund makes the most sense.
Yeah, Rosamund is the ship name. I love it. They're so good. Totally. Oh my god. This makes me so happy.
The characters you want to root for. That's why it works.
Absolutely. Oh man, I do think like they've both gotten like throughout the adventure too, they've both gotten a lot more like ruthless, and so like maybe they're like now once they're like together and established, their like date night is them like sparring and like fighting each other.
I think yeah, it'd be interesting that she would be the more brutal one in combat, and he's more like the In Fighting Techniques, Volume 307, there is an
she just
old...
pulls out a meat cleaver and throws it. Like, she's like, absolutely not.
What are you doing? You didn't even ask his name before the duel.
That's not how that's how dueling works. That ain't how fighting works. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Is war not a mass duel?
No!
What? Everything I've been taught is a lie.
He says that, and she just looks up at his horns and then back at his face. Up at his horns, back at his face.
I was taught that war was fair.
Okay. Oh God. Jouster says, what if they pull an Attack on Titan and instead of working on the second season, they make an animated spinoff and 2 movies based on that first season, and also it's a modern AU for some reason? I don't know anything about Attack on Titan, but that's insane. Who would do something like that? Just continue the fucking story.
It's so funny they said it because I have an Attack on Titan gold necklace right there.
That's awesome.
The Scouts
I love it.
necklace.
I don't know anything about Attack on Titan. I've never seen it, but I've been told that it's good, but I don't know anything about it. So I'm like,
it's really good.
Yeah.
Ending takes a twist that makes you question what you were reading in the first place. But besides that, it's a good time. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it was like 3 years between seasons 1 and 2, and they did exactly that. That's crazy. That's actually a crazy thing that a show would do. Why would they do that? Well, shit. We've gotten so much done in this fucking...
Right?
That's crazy. We
gotta ship it out there.
Yeah, we just gotta make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
There have been a few episodes where it's like, oh shit, we like locked in. But I think this genuinely breaks the record for the quickest naming of a character. I think this breaks that record of like how quickly can we name a character, because you were just immediately, hi, my name is Prince Edmund of Richmondton or whatever.
I love it. I would love to come back and we do even wilder. We do like a speed run scenario, because this reminds me of one of my favorite improv games where you get suggestions from the audience, and it's like it's just 2 suggestions, and then from that you make your whole entire scene.
That's kind of the point of this, is like it's I like to say like in improv there's yes and, but for me it's the ooh what if. Those are the statements.
Ooh, what if? I love it.
Ooh, what if my character was secretly a tiefling and didn't know about it? Ooh, what if my character was, you know, part fae and didn't know about it, but her ears are weird, and so that's the thing that makes her weird and ugly. You know, I
would love to challenge ourselves for the next time we do this, where we have like a little timer, and we have 30 minutes for one scenario.
For just a scene.
For one scene, and then we draw 2 more.
That's crazy. I actually love that. Yep.
Well, I think you're up for the challenge. I think we could do it.
I think we can make it happen. Absolutely. Unfortunately, though, that we're both at a perfect time, and I wish we had more time. But we are about at time where we're going to go ahead and give our recap and find somebody to raid out to for the evening.
Heck yeah.
But we have left a lot of good open questions, too. Time is a construct. Hey, if you want us on for just a couple more minutes, you could always redeem another Ask the Character. You could always ask either Edmund or Rosemary another question for our confessional scene before we end this episode. That's an option, Game Jousters. I'm challenging you in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Yeah, exactly. He goes, oh boy.
No. Wait.
I made him panic.
I need more time.
You need more time. I thought you said time is a construct. I thought you said time doesn't exist.
I need more constructs. Wait, let me build more.
I need more constructs.
Let me build more of it.
Oh no.
But yeah, I do have a suggestion for
Oh,
someone we
yeah.
could read out to.
Absolutely.
The young Oathbreaker Carrie.
Yes. Okay, I'm down.
He
I
is
love that.
live with Azim and Rondez. Their trio, the Rune Docs, are live right now playing
Fun.
some Baldur's Gate 3.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Cool. On that note, you must construct additional pylons. Josh is panicking. I love it. Before we go out and raid, Daniel, thank you so much for being on the show. This was so much fun. Oh my
It was so
god.
great being here.
Yes, and I knew
Yeah.
I was so pumped for this. I knew it was gonna be good, and that was right off the bat. We were like, oh, we're off to the races. We're going now.
Heck yeah.
It was great. Tell the people where they can find you on the internet. What's your deal?
Listen, gang, you can find me over on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok at Daniel the DM, where I'm sitting there talking about Daggerheart and D&D and whatever floats my boat. I would love to be able to list the amount of shows that I've been a part of. It's been a lot. But you can look forward to, I can say, later on this week, the official release date of when we are coming back for season 2 of Bitten. So that is something you can look forward to. We're very close to announcing that. So that's something you can look forward to. So
I'm gonna go
be very
bully Johnny
excited
and his
about
DMs
that.
and make him tell me ahead of time. I'm gonna go bully him.
No,
Tell me first.
We're still trying to figure out what's going to be a fun way to announce it. Would be the most fun way to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, the show is coming back very, very soon. So super excited about that.
Oh, so good. I am so excited for the return of Royla and the return of the Spell Boys.
Yes.
Oh my god. I can't wait.
I gotta work on my deep British voice.
Yeah, there you go. Give us a little bit of Royla voice.
Well, the funny thing is, I've been doing a lot of characters lately with southern accents. As a point of reference, I'm in this show called Fears and Fortunes, which premieres over in Forgotten Adventures. I'm in that show with Meadow as well. And in that show, I have a southern accent, and I play basically a dragonborn cowboy.
Nice.
Named Aaron Dribblehog, and I based his voice off of Arthur Morgan. So he's like, all right, well, I guess we could try to find some way to secure this magical artifact if you like.
Yeah.
So that's essentially how his voice sounds. But when I came up with the voice for Royla for Bitten, I was like, I think I want to do something that's towards like Clive from Final Fantasy 16, so Ben Starr. So it's somewhere down here, a lower register for a voice. But then I was like, less gravelly, and then filter that through my natural speaking voice, and so it became something around here. And this is the way that Royla speaks, and that's how I ended up developing the voice for the character.
God, I love it. So good. The fact that I have gotten you and Cujo now both to do your Bitten characters' voices at least once on my show. I'm like, yes, please. Just gonna put my headphones on, just listen to that little clip over and over again.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm super excited to bring back Royla and see what sort of shenanigans we get into. I'm sure it's gonna be nothing but happy-go-lucky times.
Oh, absolutely. Surely. Thank you so much for being on the show. I can't wait to bring you back on to answer a lot more questions that we left open in this one, because we figured out that Edmund is in fact a tiefling, but where did that come from? We also know that Rosemary is not entirely human with her little pointy ears, but in what way? Where did that come from? We didn't actually answer any of those questions.
They might need to seek some guidance from the Fae.
We might. I love it. But those are all questions that we can answer next time when I eventually bring Daniel on for a season 2 episode of this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this raid started to Oathbreaker Carrie. What crazy, you've been on the receiving end of my raids sometimes where we just shout out of context shit from the stream to you. So what are we going to say in Oathbreaker Carrie's chat for this? What should we say? I'm just trying not to make a horny joke. I'm sorry. I don't want to say why are you horny, because that's not okay. Maybe not. That's
out of
not
pocket.
That. Yeah, that's
definitely out of pocket.
too out of pocket. That's
let's see here.
Let's see.
What would be the name of the show? We talk about it like oh my gosh. I can't believe that living in the castle walls got canceled for season 1. Got canceled after one season. I hope it gets renewed for season 2.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, I mean, we could just go. We could just say like, we were canceled after season 1. We don't even have to name it. We just go, we were canceled after season 1.
Coming back in, our show just got canceled.
that we created and canceled in a whole 2 hours.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do we were canceled after 1 season. Oh my gosh.
We're wrapping on season 1 of our show that just got canceled.
It's so good. Okay. Well, while this raid is getting started, go follow Not Quite Nautilus on Instagram. That's where I'm posting all the promos for future episodes. Maybe one of these days I'll post those promos sooner than the day before the stream, but probably not. But also go follow or go subscribe to Not Quite Nautilus on YouTube, because I am finally getting caught up on YouTube. I'm going to start posting because I want to have all of the episodes I'm behind on uploaded before the end of the year. So if there's any VODs that you missed, you'll be able to catch those on YouTube. I think I'm going to upload like 2 episodes a week. Hopefully that'll get me caught up before the end of December. Yeah, go do that. And on that note, be kind, be chaotic, and be creative. And let's go tell Oathbreaker Carrie that we got canceled after 1 season.